Welcome to the Empowered Spirit Show. This is your host, Terry Ann Hyman. I'll explore the connection to the human spirit in a way that helps to navigate your life, including crisis. I am passionate about helping you to open up to your intuition and the metaphysical world of spirit to find your confidence in your own inner guidance. Take a pause, be inspired, learn ways to show up focused, centered, and more dynamic in your everyday life.
Welcome back to the Empowered Spirit Show. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me today. This episode is being sponsored by Ritual and Shelter. Are you looking for a magical place to shop and hold space? Check out Ritual and Shelter online or in Homewood, Alabama. Browse through their bookshelves covering topics such as energy healing, crystal healing, Reiki, chakras, auras, the Akashic Records, shadow work, astrology, and earth-based healing. You can also find herbal teas and tinctures alongside their crystals and oils to help establish a mindful mindset and fluid ambience before meditation, ritual work, and reflection. Ritual and Shelter is dedicated to providing one-on-one, in-depth conversations with customers to help them find the most efficient healing methods and resources that match their unique interest and energy. They offer tarot sessions, Reiki, sound bowl, and crystal healing, and now they are offering witch consultations. Visit ritualshelter.com to book an appointment and bring peace back to the body, mind, and spirit. You can also find them on Instagram at Ritual Shelter Shop, as well as Pinterest at Ritual Plus Shelter. As this podcast goes to air, we're moving through a new moon in Pisces. It's the last new moon of winter. This new moon offers us the opportunity to use some of that Pisces energy, that sensitivity, being connected to our emotions, our intuition. It is a time to kind of reflect. What has the winter been? How can I open up for the spring energy, plant new seeds, new dreams, new visions? So when we have this time to connect, to go in, to ask these questions, to bring the awareness forward, it helps us to set new intentions, especially being in this big transition. From winter to spring is one of the biggest transitions we go through the seasons. We're deep. We've been in that womb. And here's this Pisces new moon energy coming in. We're starting to awaken. We're starting to kind of transmute energy, really. Winter has been lots of shadows, lots of deep energy, lots of looking at what is underneath the surface. And now we want to be able to transmute it, come forward, plant new seeds, new dreams for the season ahead. So finding opportunities to have these kind of conversations, to go a little bit beneath the surface to help you open back up is really important during this new moon energy. Setting out intentions. What am I intending? I know lots of times we set them in January, our goals, our things for the year, but really spring opens us up to that spiritual wheel of life where we can find the ability to create those new dreams by planting those new seeds. So this new moon is a time to ask the questions, to express your emotions, to bring all that stuff up to the surface as you begin to stretch through and break through into the season ahead of us. So what are those sensitive parts of you saying? Where can you recognize your spiritual practice, the practice that can help you each and every day tune in, get out of that rabbit hole that takes us where we don't want to go, but instead finding the ways to shine the light. Be in that spiritual practice. Use your intuition. It can be hard sometimes to get started, especially if you've just kind of gotten out your path, or maybe you don't have a path at all. It can be hard to know how to open up, to understand your energy versus everybody else's energy. Maybe you're truly highly empathic. I know I am. I know I've learned a lot from that. And maybe you do need a little help understanding. I can help you with that. I'm a spiritual mentor. I'm a teacher. I do sessions. I teach the tools that I work with myself because they are so empowering. Because I want you to have the same skills. It's not often taught how to work with the energy body. Schedule a spiritual upgrade call with me, and let's talk about what's going on with you. Let's talk about that mind game you play with yourself. It's like, who's doing the talking, but who's doing the listening? I have to ask myself that all the time. And that's where we find the awareness. That's where we find the gift to look at those shadows and bring them forward. Schedule a call. We could talk about that. We can decide what's best for you, a program, mentoring, a session. I will be sure to put the links in the show notes. So in today's episode, I wanted to take just kind of a little break. We've had a lot of great spiritual authors on the show, lots of great information coming forward. And I kind of wanted to reflect on what we have been talking about. I think it's important that we kind of look at what we've talked about. The awareness is very important. And just how you can begin to assimilate this energy for you, especially with this new moon energy coming in. We started off talking with Granddaughter Crow. We talked about the shadows, the taboo animals of the medicine wheel, and how you can allow that to guide you through some of those parts we don't want to see, right? Again, winter has been about that. We talked about those conversations we can have with ourselves and how we can use that animal energy, the snake and the wolf, all the many ones she described to help us understand more about our path and our behaviors as well. We also went into talking a little bit about how you could be a mystic in your own life, how you can receive the messages, even if you don't think you do. We talked about telepathy with psychedelics, all right, another different viewpoint. And even last week, we started getting into that whole idea of the quantum revelation, which is really fascinating. It just can help you to understand which choice you make right now in humanity. Do you want to follow into all of that mind chatter, the mind virus, the way to go, as he called it, Paul Levy? Or do you want to be able to say, okay, I recognize it over there, but I choose to continue to shine my light. I choose to believe in the good of people. I choose to believe that humanity will shift and is shifting. I think it's really important that we recognize the time that we're in. I watched a movie the other day. It was about the Holocaust and a survivor. And there was a line in there that to me was so profound. It was like, you're still alive for a reason. And I feel like we can expand that to right now. You are here on earth for a reason. And let your soul guide you and connect with the higher realms of possibility and with the community all around you. Let's be a part of that critical mass of raising the vibration and holding that light as we move through all of this tarot down. It's almost like in the tarot, we call it the Tower card right now. We're seeing so many things breaking down. We don't know the answers. We don't know the outcome. But if we continue to go down that path and get on that bandwagon and be a part of creating the pain of the world, it's not going to help. So if we can lift our vibration and hold the light and continue to believe in the goodness of the heart energy and lift the vibration, reaching towards peace, we can be part of the critical mass that makes the change. Like quantum physics shows us, it is a choice. It is a choice in how we want to perceive life. Life doesn't have to be linear, And one of the things that was so amazing we said last week with that episode was like past, future, all come together right here, right now. We just don't always remember the future, but we certainly remember the past. Why not open up your expansive energy? Why not look to those parallel universes, those parallel realities of where we are and expand your way of thinking? So I think as we take all this information and we open up to where we are, we can be part of the change. Don't ever feel you don't matter. You do. So finding ways to lift up that vibration, be in alignment with the cosmic forces, be in alignment with Mother Earth. I know Mother Earth for me. I just took a little rake and went outside and just like, wow, everything's coming green. Opened my heart, breathed in the color, the air, the light, the earth, all the sacred elements. Made a choice. Yes, there is inspiration all around me. Yes, I have this creative force. So important to be in that creative force of light right now. It really is. And I know creativity in all its many forms. Doesn't mean you have to be an artist or paint. Just be creative in your thinking and your doing. Maybe you do craft. I love crafting, right? So many ways to get into that crafting. And as you do, you can shift the consciousness. You can get into that gamma consciousness, right? The gamma brain pattern that helps you get in that inspired state Get out of that struggle beta state. We can do this through creativity, through our breath, through being out on Mother Earth. So what is it for you? Where do you get caught? Where do you lose your power? Where do you lose your inspiration? And what we want to do is we want to kind of bring it in a little closer and like shine light on it. It's like, okay, I don't want to deal with this. And so I keep pushing it out, but that doesn't help because it just gets bigger and bigger. So finding ways to embrace those parts of us that do bring a little bit of disruption maybe, or a little nervousness in the stomach, empower yourself to move through it now. The light is shifting. The days are getting longer. Use that light to activate your radiance. It will help you show up. One of the other conversations we've been having, and I've been having with some of my other podcasters, is about showing up fully with your spirit at your work, at your job. I know so many people say, oh, I whisper, I do that, or my tarot cards are in my desk drawer. Open them up, bring them out. Use your spirit, use your breath. Wait a minute, let's take a moment, pause. And you notice you're getting off track or somebody's taking all the attention. Let's pause for a moment. Take a breath. Tune back in to your purpose. We need it. That wholesome part completely, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, all of it. And maybe it is you that has to initiate it. It's okay. Stand in your truth. It is a time that we make some shifts, that we know our truth, that we don't follow what everybody else is doing just because. As we open up into Mars, we also have eclipse energy, which that just throws a monkey wrench in everything. Sometimes good, sometimes not. But let's take a moment and pause. Let's do a meditation for the new moon energy. I'm going to draw some cards and just help you kind of do that reflection for this deep winter energy, so you can set your intentions for your path, your light, for the energy coming in. So wherever you are, if you can, close your eyes. Taking a nice deep inhale, breathing up the body. And as you exhale, bringing the breath all the way down, slowing down. Inhale, expanding the breath up the body. And as you exhale, slowing the breath, grounding the energy, as I call in all the sacred elements of life, starting with fire, lighting some sage, noticing the colors, pulling the spirit in, connecting deep in the soul. Notice how it turns to smoke, bringing in the element of air, clearing the space, clearing the mind. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, calling in the element of water. Let it wash through you. Opening the heart, opening the emotions, opening the third eye, intuitive energy. Calling in the element of earth, grounding, centering, feeling that connection with Mother Earth, feeling yourself being in body with the mental, emotional, physical, spiritual layers all coming together. Taking a deep inhale, breathing up the body. And as you exhale, dropping right into the heart, right into the deepest part of your heart. Feel that connection, your spirit and the greater spirit. Know that you are loved, guided, protected. Feeling all this energy coming in around us. As we call in the Reiki masters, the teachers that have come before us, calling in the angels to open the heart with joy and love. Calling in the crystal beings for amusement, magnification. Calling in the higher self to align your energy to receive the messages for you. Taking another deep inhale and exhale, breathing all the way through the body. Inhale, breathing up through the crown into the higher dimensions. And as you exhale, calling in absolute light, streams of grace. Feel the heart opened as we take this time and notice this great wheel of life. Where I am, we find ourselves in the north, the season of winter, as we're moving closer and closer to the direction of the east for spring. We look at the depth of our soul, our visions, our dreams, the shadows, the light. We call in to the north and the east, the south and the west, above us, below us, right in the very center. Setting that intention with your heart, your soul, the connection with the greater spirit source. See and hear and feel this intention all around you, setting that energy for this new moon, your path, your dreams awakening. Allow it to radiate out all around, setting that energy for you. Coming back into the heart, holding that vibration of light, feeling that connection with your heart, the higher self. Take another deep breath. Expand the aura. Open up the light and breathe it back in. Breathing up the body and down. Exhale all around you. Coming right back into the heart. As we take this time to reflect, we look to the cards, the tarot, for what's underneath. And we ask to be shown the energy from winter that needs to be transmuted for spring light. Take a deep breath and exhale all the way down. I'm going to choose 4 cards. The first will give us idea, and the 3 following will give us ways to focus on that. So we do ask the first card that comes in, it is strength. Strength to move out of winter into spring with your new intentions, your truth, your light. There's also that infinity, the number 8. Strength in the lion, it brings in courage. Courage opens the heart. Where can you open your heart for your path, your light, loving you, believing in you? All too often through winter, we can get into the shadows and the darkness and forget who we are and the work that we do. This is to believe in you, to bring that forward, to step even greater into your power, your truth, strength. So how do we begin to do that as we come out of this winter energy? 2 of water, emotional energy, duality of life. This is actually the true lover's card. And finding that true love for you, first and foremost for yourself, but then you radiate it out. Spring is a time for lovers. Bring that wish, that possibility, and if you have a lover, go deeper. This is a card that shows the depth of bringing that love energy all around us. We all just want to be loved is the message I hear. That love will encourage you to step forward on your path. We have the 7 of air. So air is our mental state. 7 is our spiritual energy. And this card always indicates, like, what are those deeper thoughts that you're telling yourself? Those secret thoughts. Generally, the secret thoughts we hold inside aren't the most favorable ones, right? So it is a time to notice, what are those secrets? What can I bring forward? It's only in the mind, right? Who's doing the asking? Who's doing the listening? Are you listening to those thoughts that bring your energy down? Now, it does indicate perhaps there's other secrets going around, so paying attention, really opening up and listening, not judging everything, though. Allow the depth of your own spirit to be able to ascertain, discern those thoughts coming in. But first and foremost, we check in with our own thoughts and what we are telling ourselves, because right behind it is the devil's card. And that is the self-sabotage. So all too often, it is the mental plane that we self-sabotage ourselves with. What are those habits, addictions you go to instead of processing your energy, looking at the depth of your soul, understanding your shadows. There's so many addictions in the world right now. From just binging on Netflix, yeah, we can all get there, right? To overeating, overspending, overdrinking, overpartying, not paying attention. There's so many ways we self-sabotage, and so often it comes from this mental plane. Those secrets we keep hiding from ourselves. The more we hide, the bigger they get. So this work and these cards are showing us it is a time to have the courage to let them go, to recognize when the old patterns are just simply old patterns. I know this all too well. My lineage is of struggle and guilt and worry. And when I find myself there, it's like, old pattern. I want to shine my light. I want to be a part of that change going on in the world right now, that critical mass. Know and trust you can too. So take a deep inhale, coming right back up into your higher self and asking your higher self right now, where do these messages fit for me? What can I hear and pay attention to right now, right here, with this light of the new moon starting to open us up, guiding us right into the spring season? Take a deep inhale and exhale, coming back into the heart. Taking a moment right here in the deepest part of your heart. Know and trust these messages for you. Know that you can make a shift. Bring these messages forward. Find the courage to step forward on your path with your light. Hold that vibration for humanity. Taking a deep inhale, breathing up the body. And as you exhale, bringing that breath all the way down, slowing down. As you bring the messages back, grounding your energy, holding this vibration. Just feel this all around you, programming your aura, holding this vibration, this light, these messages, inhaling right into the heart, exhaling right out of the heart, right through the aura, inhaling and exhaling. Sealing in this energy for you, Shokugure, Shokugure, Shokugure. Let it be magnified. Start to bring the awareness back. One more deep inhale and exhale, pulling all the energy back down, connecting with Mother Earth. And as you're ready, blinking the eyes back open, coming back. So take a moment. Let this settle in for you. Begin to notice how you feel. Perhaps a little more inspired about the season, the month, the energy of Pisces. It is a choice. It is a choice for you to make. Get caught in the mind virus or open up and believe that we will find the change we need to see for our country, for all of humanity. Lift the vibration, hold the light. And if you don't have a spiritual practice and you want to start one, reach out, schedule that complimentary call with me. You can find all my events on my website. I've created a little scan code for my calendar. Come join me, reach out. It is a time to gather in community, to raise our voices. Yes, I'm a child of the 60s. Let's go. Stand up for what we believe in. And I want to start, if you're local in Birmingham, a meditation 4-piece circle every Sunday night. Let's start this vibration of light all around. And if you're not in Birmingham, start one in your own city or town. It is time to come together to show that we matter and we can be a part of that change we wish to see. The Maharishi effect. The more that join in, the greater this light will build. Thank you so much for joining me again on the Empowered Spirit Show. I am your host, Terry Ann Hyman. To your spirit, namaste.